Hello, everyone. Welcome to Everything Arsenal and welcome to the predicted lineup for our Carabao Cup semi-final second leg against Liverpool. Big game. I don't think we've ever had, obviously over the years, usually do well in the FA Cup, but not so much in the Carabao Cup. But this year, this feels very important. This is our last chance at winning a trophy. This is our last competition that we are in. If we go out of this one, you only have the Premier League games. We'll be watching Arsenal maybe once every 2 weeks. So hopefully we do get the win. The game will go ahead. As of Wednesday night, the game will go ahead. I don't think it will be postponed. So we still have a problem with our midfield, but luckily some of our players are back. So I'll be going through what I expect Arteta to do in tomorrow's game. So this is the predicted lineup. As always, make sure to hit the like button and help the channel out. On the road to 10,000, just like 280 from there. But let's get to the predicted lineup. So let me do this. So let's get straight into it. In goal, I think in goal is very easy. I think our goalkeeper situation is very easy. I don't think Leno will be here next season. Ramsdale was playing in the Premier League and Leno was playing in the cup competitions. But since we've already been eliminated from the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup is the last chance at a trophy, I think Ramsdale will be playing every single game. I think it's only less than 20 games for him. So Ramsdale will definitely play in goal. He didn't have a very good first leg, by there, let's be honest. He did not have a very good first leg against Liverpool. The defenders were good, but not so him. He did have a couple of stumbles, but that's what I expect him to go for in goal. Left back, I think it's going to be Tierney. There's a time Tavares was starting ahead of Tierney, but right now I think Tierney will be the one playing. There is an option of going in the back five and playing Tierney at centre back. Personally, that's what I would do, and then play Tavares on the left side. I think this is what he will do. One of the players who is back is this guy, Tomiyasu, finally. Not saying Chambers had a terrible game. In fact, I'm going to put Chambers. I think Chambers will start instead of Tomiyasu. I think Tomiyasu could come from the bench since he allowed 5 subs. Since he allowed 5 subs, that is why I think Chambers will start. And I think Tomiyasu will be back on the bench, but he's one of the players who will be back. At centre back, I think it's pretty easy. Ben White will start and Gabriel will also start. Again, Holding was very good in the previous game. I could not believe how good Chambers and Holding were. Maybe I had someone saying it's because whenever they play like in a back five and tight together without having to run behind, run back, and intercept and all that, when they're just tight 5 defenders, they're comfortable in that kind of a setup. But when it's like a back 4 and then the players are going forward and then there's spaces, the likes of Holding and Chambers don't usually like that. And then midfielders, I mean, we don't have too many. So I'm going to change this to, I think it's a 4-2, 4-2-2, I think. That's the formation. So, no, not 4-2-2. And let me go. I think someone else will play midfield. I'll come to that. So it's so hard to think, to even know what you're going to go for. But I think it's going to be a 4-2-3-1. So this position, I think we will play Lokonga. Lokonga will play on the left side of midfield. Albert Sambi Lokonga will play in that position because he's the only one we have. He did very well against Liverpool last time. And I think Ødegaard, who is also back after missing a couple of games, or the games were postponed because he was one of the players missing. I think Martin Ødegaard will start in midfield, which is not ideal because he's not really a midfielder to play in that position against the likes of Fabinho and Henderson. But you just have to hope it works out. In front of them, I think Lacazette will play as the midfielder like he did last time out. Lacazette to start as the number 10. He works so hard, so it's great to have him in the team. We would be missing something if he was not there. Martinelli, he needed that rest against Tottenham. If he played that Tottenham game, I don't think Martinelli would have been able to get through it. He looked shattered after the Liverpool game. Same with the guy who's going to play on the right side, that is Bukayo Saka. He was very good in that game as well. Every time we were going forward, it looked like if we were going to score, it was going to be through Saka. And up front, the player who was subbed off in that game, I think he will be given a chance again, Eddie Nketiah. So that is the lineup I expect Arteta to go for. There's a couple of other ways you could go. He could decide to go for a back 5 and play Tierney, Gabriel, White as a centre back, Tavares on the left, Chambers on the right. And he could decide to play Ben White in midfield instead of Ødegaard and play Holding next to Gabriel. He could decide to start with Smith Rowe is also back instead of Martinelli. He could start with Lacazette up front and then throw in another extra midfielder, maybe Ben White and Ødegaard as a 10. There's a lot of ways. So I think this is one of the hardest predicted lineups to do. I don't think it's straightforward. So this is what it would look like finally. Ramsdale in goal, Tierney, Gabriel, White, and Chambers in the back 4. Lokonga, Ødegaard, and Lacazette in midfield, Martinelli on the left, Xhaka on the right, and Nketiah up front. I think that squad is capable of getting a couple of goals, hopefully. On the bench, Leno, Tavares, Tomiyasu, Holding, Smith Rowe, and then the four youngsters, Salah, Hutchinson, Patino, and Beereth. Obviously, we've gotten rid of the likes of Pablo Mari and Kolasinac since we last played Liverpool, so our bench numbers are depleted again. So, and we allowed 5 subs, so I think Tomiyasu could come in for Chambers. I think Tavares could come in for Martinelli. I think Smith Rowe could come in for maybe Ødegaard or Lacazette. We could maybe see Holding again if we take the lead. If we score 5 goals against Liverpool, you could see maybe a Patino, but that is what I expect Arteta to go for. Let me know, would you be happy with the starting lineup? What would you do if you were the manager? Very, very tough, but very, very big game. We have to get a win here. If we get a win here, it boosts us for the next games. Burnley, Wolves, Chelsea in the final potentially. So thank you for watching. Make sure to hit the like button, and I'll definitely catch up with you guys on the next one.